Today we are discussing about the third task in Cognifyz Power BI internship, in which we have to perform objective analysis. The objective of this task is analyze the relationship between saving objective and investment choices. There are two steps that involved in this task, like correlation analysis, in which we have to explore the correlation between saving objective and investment avenue, and then we have a chart creation by generating chart displaying the preferred investment choices for each saving objective. So let's start our task. Firstly, I am making the background of a canvas into light gray and then setting transparency into 50. And then importing my file by get data and then text.csv, because our data file is in the form of CSV. And then I'm loading my data because I don't need to I make a little bit transformation in our data. In our task we have to perform a correlation analysis, and I'm performing Pearson correlation. But when we have to perform a Pearson correlation, then our data is in the form of numerical columns, but we are using the two columns like objective and avenue, and these both columns in our data set in the form of text data. Firstly, we convert these text data columns into numerical columns. I'm converting objective column into objective numerical, and in which I'm replacing capital appreciation with 1, like capital appreciation represent 1. And I'm replacing income with 2. And now I'm replacing growth with 3. Now the data set of objective column is replaced into numerical column, and now I'm duplicating my avenue column and then changing it into numerical one. I'm replacing mutual fund with 4. Equity with 5. Fixed deposits with 6. And public provident fund with 7. Now our two columns that we are using in this task, the column of objective and avenue, is replaced with numerical values, and we can find our Pearson correlation. Because if you apply this Pearson correlation formula into our textual data, then it's give us an error. So that's the reason I'm converted into firstly numerical column for Pearson relation, and then after that when I represent my data in the form of visuals like visual graphs, then I'm using the textual data. I'm now converting the objective numerical data type into whole number like text. Generally, when we wanted to convert the data type in going into this data tab of Power BI, it's not working because these are not the column when we make it in our Power BI. If we want to change the data type of our original column, Then we have to go into our transform tab and then we have to change the data type. But we make these columns into our Power BI after uploading the data into Power BI, so we can change it into a data tab directly. Now I'm creating new layer for Pearson correlation. I'm using this measure in which firstly we have to use a divide function in which firstly we can find the multiply of those two numerical columns that we can generate, like avenue and objective, and then taking sum x of it, and then after that I have to minus it with, like subtract it with sum x of both the individual columns, like sum x of objective numerical and sum x of avenue numerical, and then I'm using a squat function. By using this formula we can find a Pearson correlation. Now I represent this measure in the form of visual card, and here you can see that the Pearson correlation between objective and avenue is -1, like they have a negative correlation. We also represent this correlation analysis in the form of textual data of avenue and objective column. Now I'm using the filter in which I choose a column of avenue, and I'm setting this filter into tile instead of vertical list. Now I'm changing the decimal points of our Pearson correlation visual card. I'm setting the title of our dashboard. I'm setting its title into objective analysis by making the font size into 33 and making it underline and then center. Now I'm changing the title of our chart, like a bar column chart, and I'm making data labels on and making y-axis off. I'm making a little bit modification into my dashboard for making it font size into a little bit large. Now you can see this all represent our task 3 of objective analysis, in which you have to perform objective analysis of avenue and objective. Now we click on our filter of equity, then our whole data set can represent the values of objective according to equity, and same is for mutual fund, and same for fixed deposit, and same is for public provident fund. If you wanted to see the data about equity and mutual fund, you can click on that and you can use this filter. And now I'm changing the color of our dashboard into, by using the view tab, you can change it according to your requirement. This is all our task tree in which we have to perform objective analysis.